Welcome to step 3 of our video series on how to add a new business to your agency dashboard. In parts 1 and 2, we covered adding the business profile, connecting the review site links, and turning on review monitoring. So if you haven't watched those videos, please go back and do so. And in part 3, we are going to look at an overview of the funnel setup. So the funnel section of the dashboard is essentially where everything is configured about the review funnel. The review funnel being the landing page and the process that the customers of the business go through when they click from the review request email or text message to leave a review. What is the experience that that customer goes through? And there's quite a bit that can be customized about the review funnel. So we're going to take a quick look at this entire section of the dashboard and show you what you can customize. Now, straight out of the box, there are default settings that are perfectly fine. So if you choose to just leave everything as the default once you've connected your review site links here, then that's great. But I'm going to walk you through what can be customized so that you know exactly how you can make this unique to each business, or if you have a preferred setup, you can do that and then can clone profiles in the future. So let's take a look here. We're in the funnel section of the dashboard. So the first tab here under the funnel section is the links setup. So again, in step 1, we already went through the process of adding the links to the profile. And so the system, you will see here, has automatically pulled in the links that it found automatically when you added the business. Inside each review site link, there is a check mark next to each link. The check mark indicates whether this is a site that we want to show on the review funnel for customers to leave a review for that business. So for example, typically we recommend a setup of Google, Facebook, and Yelp as default. So in this case, we would want to turn on Yelp. So we would want to toggle the Yelp check mark to green. And then the yellow pages and city search options, we want to turn those off. So if we've turned on review monitoring for this business, then any review sites listed here will be monitored for reviews, and their reviews will be pulled in and included on notifications. But if we don't have it set to show that review site here, then that will not display. So for example, we've now turned on, we are showing Google, Facebook, and Yelp. We are not showing yellow pages or city search. So if this customer gives this business a 5-star rating, these are the review sites that are going to display for that customer to leave a review: Google, Facebook, and Yelp. If we were to turn on a fourth, if we were to turn on yellow pages by toggling that green check mark, now the customer would see yellow pages as an option there as well. So you have full control over which review sites you display to the customers of this business. In addition, you can add a review site link. There are a lot of review sites that we have here to be added. So if your business, for example, is, let's say, a hotel, and so under the travel and hospitality section, let's say we want to add a TripAdvisor link, you would simply click the option for that business. You would paste in your call to action URL. So this is where the customer is going to be linked to when they click that option to go leave a review. And under the advanced settings, there are a few options that you have here. The default is to show an instruction screen for the customer so they know exactly how to leave a review on that site, but you can skip that screen if you prefer. And you can also customize whether you want a certain review site shown only on desktop or only on mobile, tablet, or on both. The default is to show it no matter what the device type is. You can also put in an alternative URL to track for monitoring. So if you are going to paste a call to action URL that is different than the canonical base URL for that business, so for example, let's say there are a few buttons you can click on this review site to get right to the screen where someone can easily leave a review, and you want to take them straight there, you would put that as your call to action URL, but you would still want to put in the base profile URL for your monitoring. That's to ensure the system can pull in reviews correctly for monitoring for that site. So this is optional, but if you choose a special call to action URL, you'll want to make sure to put in a monitoring URL as well. And then you would simply click submit after adding all of this information, and then the TripAdvisor link would be listed as well, and you could toggle that on or off to push customers to that review site as well. So that is the option for adding a link. You can add a completely custom link down at the bottom here. If you want to push to a website that we do not currently have listed as an option, you can create a custom link as well. Under links, the next thing that you'll want to make sure to do is set up your email notifications. So this is going to be when new reviews come in, either new positive reviews are detected on external sites, or if a customer were to leave negative feedback through the tool, you'll want to configure that for your client. So whatever email address they prefer to receive, review alerts at, you'll want to add that in. You can add as many emails for notifications as you want here in this section. Beyond reviews is simply a way to add to your funnel landing page if you want to add some social icons to this page. You can add a link here. And if we add that, then it will add a link, as you can see here at the top of this page that the customer hits, and it adds a little link to that business's social media. So that's optional, but you can certainly add that in here. After you make any changes to the links section, you will always want to click update at the bottom of the page to save those changes. So make sure that you save there. The next section of the funnel that can be customized is the content. Again, this is default right out of the box, ready to go, but if you want to customize any of the content on this page in terms of the verbiage that customers see, you can do that here under the content section. So feel free to edit any of that content, both the message that they see here on the landing page. This is the happy customers message. So if they were to give a 4 or 5-star review, you can customize the text that they see here. And if they were to give a negative rating, you can customize the text that they see on that page as well. So you can customize all of that, including these designators that you see: great, good, okay, under your 5-star link. You can customize all of that text as well. You can choose to show an offer on this landing page as well, which is a neat little promotional thing that a business can choose to do. You can attach a PDF of a coupon or something that customers can see. This does display to all customers before they leave their review, as most of the review sites, frown upon only presenting incentives to positive customers. So we do display this to all customers no matter what, but you can choose to show an offer on your page as well. And of course, again, if you make any changes to the content, make sure to update the content by clicking the blue button here at the bottom of the content page. The next section under the funnel is the setup. So under the setup, we can customize the page here. We can choose to add a logo instead of displaying the text of this business on the page. So if we were to select a logo, we can just choose an image from our desktop, and then we can add that logo in. So I'm going to actually add a logo here. Once you click that, all you need to do is scroll down to the bottom and click Update Setup, and we'll be able to preview what that landing page will look like there once we add a logo. So there we can do that. You can choose to show the business name text under the logo, or we can uncheck that to remove that if we only want the logo on there. And then we can customize a few things like the color scheme of this landing page can be customized here if you choose to do that. The most important thing under the setup to point out that you can change is the actual setup or configuration of the funnel layout. So here the default in the system is stars. So this means that when a customer clicks from the review request, it's going to ask the customer to review their experience. They are going to give a star rating. If they choose 4 or 5 stars, it will push them out to those positive review sites. If they choose 3 or fewer stars, it's going to present them with a contact form to simply leave their feedback internally and route that to the business via email. But you can change the layout of how this funnel works. So there's a number of different layouts you can choose from. The first is direct link layout. So this is actually not going to take that sentiment check of happy or sad first, but maybe a business just wants a way to easily push people to their review sites. So we could change it to just a direct link layout. If we do that, it's not going to ask for a star rating or any kind of sentiment check. It's just going to display that business's review sites here. So you can see if you do that, then when someone clicks to review from the website or from the email or text message, it's just going to link them out to those review sites. We definitely recommend a segmenting layout. That's why the default is the 5 stars. This is how you can make sure to capture some of that negative feedback before it gets to your clients, public review sites. So we definitely recommend you stick with one of the segmenting layouts. And again, the default is the 5-star layout here. One quick thing I'll point out here, we also do have a review first layout. In the review first setup, this means that it's actually going to ask the customer for a review first and then push them out to the sites if it was a positive review. So they'll actually be prompted to leave their star rating and then actually type in their text review here first, and then if they gave it 5 stars, it will then ask them to copy and paste that review to an external site. We've had businesses use this, for example, in the past where they were really just trying to generate a lot of testimonials quickly for their website or something like that. They kind of just wanted to make sure they're capturing those testimonials very quickly and easily, and then pushing out to the review sites after. So that may be an option. Again, definitely recommend the segmenting layout and sticking with the, one of those segmenting layouts first. So that is what you can customize here in the setup section. The content and setup that you apply when you are adding a business, we covered this in step 1, but when you are adding a new business and you want to copy setup from another profile, these things do copy over. So the content that you set and the setup in terms of which type of funnel, whether it's a 5-star or review first, that will copy over. So again, if you set up your first business when you first come on as an agency, the way that you want it, with the right content and the right setup that you want, then you can clone that here when you set up a new business.